You need to sit down and talk to a 12-year-old with as much information as you can about what's going on.
Developmentally, they're going to really struggle with not being able to have contact with their friends.
"12-year-olds are a fun bunch. You need to be as honest as possible because you need to understand that they are getting information from their friends, from the internet, and the information that they're getting from their friends at school may not necessarily be accurate, or their friends on their gaming devices.
They will be hearing a lot about what's happening, not only from what's going on in our households and what they're hearing on the news, but also from what's going on with their phones as well.
So you need to sit down and talk to a 12-year-old with as much information as you can about what's going on, how they can look after themselves. And again, like the 6-year-old group, it's really important that you monitor your own reactions and your own feelings with regards to the crisis.
The big thing with this age group is that although they understand a lot about what's going on in their world, they still need parents to be able to guide them through what's happening, to help them to understand what is going on in the world, and also to understand how this is affecting them on an emotional level.
A 12-year-old, whilst they seem like they're very mature, doesn't have a great deal of emotional maturity, and they are still looking to their parents to understand how they're reacting and how they're feeling with regards to something.
Developmentally, a lot is going on in the teenage brain. It is a huge time where their brains are really firing off in lots of different directions. There's lots of neural wiring that's going on, and there's lots of what's called pruning going on. During adolescence, they are known to have a heightened sense of their emotions, and often we see our teenagers having really big mood swings. So it's understandable that during this time, this heightened sense of stress might actually exacerbate their emotional state. Another thing with our older kids is that developmentally, they're going to really struggle with not being able to have contact with their friends. And so this is another thing that we'll also have to help them navigate.
12 and 13-year-olds will ask a lot of questions, and they will ask really good questions and sometimes very random questions. So it's really important that you just try to answer as honestly as you can, get other members of the family involved, and also help them look up information on the internet and say, okay, well, let's look at this together and let's have a look at what the news is saying, and then we can put together what sort of risk we're at. Get them out of their own heads and get them out exploring what the information is out in the world with your support and help. Treating your 16, 17, 18-year-olds as adults is the best approach here. They are on the internet 24/7. They are totally connected with their peers, and they are well educated these days at school, so their teachers will have already spoken to them. Having really good conversations with the family, keeping it factual, even having debates about some of the articles that are coming up. I know social media is putting things out, fearful articles like we're heading into martial law, or people who have had flu jabs are more prone to getting COVID-19. Of course, there's no supported evidence around this, so this is a really great talking point for teenagers, getting them involved in the conversation and really critically analysing some of the information that's put out so that they can work out what's reality.
So it's really important that parents take an understanding and compassionate approach to their teenagers. You know, even though they may have it easy being at home, being on their phone all day or doing schoolwork from home, they might actually be really struggling at the moment. So it's important that we really help them to feel safe and secure, and to help them to regulate their emotions.
If you're calm and you're explaining to them that it's okay, we're doing everything we can to protect ourselves, and having really open and candid conversations about COVID-19, they will be 100% fine. If you want to see more videos,
Hit the subscribe button.
we'll see you again soon.